Ah, what is good, gang? What is good, everybody? What an ass kicking, huh? And was it 15-5? Oh, God. I mean, the guys that carried the team for most of the season, starting pitchers, the pitching had clunkers today. Herman was awful. Matt Crook had a brutal debut. And it just got worse from there. But welcome, everybody. I appreciate you all coming on. And let me give a shout out to everybody in here. Jimmy Mathers in the house, Anthony Lapari. Uh, yeah, they might get rained out tomorrow, so there's a chance of a doubleheader on Sunday. Jonathan, my consigliere Joel. Yes, indeed. They need something like a spark. I mean, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that shortly. Let me just shout out to everybody else here. Corey's in the house. Peanut, Sean Browning. Um, I saw TC Steele's up in here. Welcome everybody. And Sean Browning. Did I miss anybody? My apologies. Um, who else here? Who else? Who else? Who else? Uh, yeah, it was a brutal day. Kobe Kwong. We got some good news, by the way. We'll get to that too if you haven't heard. Yeah, there he is. Steele's in the house. In the facility. Stephen B's in the facility. Yes, indeed. I saw Texas. Buckeye, the king of Texas, is in the building too. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing okay, Texas. Joel, hope your shoulder's doing okay. Josh Mosenden. What's up, Josh? Yes, they do suck today. And ugly with two. It's like fugly, Texas, isn't it? It's like fugly. It's just terrible. Terrible. And you know, Sean, who else we got here? Yeah, I don't see the point in trading IKF at this point either. So Lorenzo, happy birthday, Lorenzo, happy early birthday. My birthday's Monday the 19th. So and Maximus Silver Stacker's in the house. D Carter, Wink the Man's here, baby. Yeah, Eastside the Chef. David McCutcheon, Dev is here, Emilio. Happy everybody, Sunil. The goodness must be coming way too late here. Exactly, Sunil. Oh, baby. Marcel's in the house. Yeah, I mean, for those, yes, look, the offense was brutal, has been brutal for a while. Okay, we need a healthy Bader back. We need a healthy Judge, too. So, and speaking of Bader, by the way, I want to make something clear. Earlier, it was kind of like crazy today because I put out something and some news, and I said, I want to be clear, Bader hasn't, because he wasn't called up today. But I had a couple of folks like come after me pretty aggressively, and for hearing things from otherwhere, and a lot of people saying he's back, where he wasn't. They did not announce he was back. Late in the day today, he talked to Boone, and he wanted asked for 2 more rehab games before he came back. Boone agreed with it, so essentially mutual agreement. But he did it late in the game, and I had people, like coming at me pretty hard, saying the Yankees weren't transparent. Folks, the Yankees. I'm not saying this for you guys, but the Yankees do not prematurely announce stuff. Everybody knows that. Why would they? So then they have to backtrack it, and like the last thing they want to do is admit they were wrong and inaccurate. So, um, Steele's definitely a disaster. And we're gonna get into that too. But this is like I don't understand why people were so aggressive toward me earlier. And again, I wanted to make it clear, like unless he's, and I'm not gonna do it as much as it's exciting to see, or as much as it's fun to put out stuff for clicks and for whatever. If it's not accurate, I'm not putting it out until it is, until it's confirmed. So that's just the way I roll. I hope you all don't mind. As much as I like to be, put out stuff that's exciting and fun or crazy. Well, I'd rather be accurate. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys and gals accurate information. So I feel like if I don't want to short people on that type of stuff. So, Brandon, I appreciate the kind words, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you, sir. And again, like this is, I mean, and this is why I hope people love this because of that. As much as again, it's fun and exciting to say this or put out breaking as it's not breaking or whatever. But like, I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I'm clickbaitless. Sometimes people accuse me of being clickbaity, but I don't really get it. But it is what it is. So, wanted to make that clear. Okay, Bader's not back yet. Okay, as much as we'd like for him to be back, he's not back yet. So, Billy, what's up, my man? And again, Hanks babies these guys too much. So I'm saying I'll make guys. Man, yeah, Mantle was like, and he drank like a fish, and he never took care of himself. But it was a different breed back then. Pete Rose, guys like that. But Gleyber nonchalant. And yes, he did yodel. Listen, this is one of the reasons why I say Gleyber's tradable because his bat is desirable for I think for a lot of teams. Okay, but his defense has a lot to be desired, and I think personally that Oswald Peraza could replace his offense. Okay, he's not with the exception of the 1 year where he had a lot of home runs. He's basically a 20 home run guy, maybe 70. I think Peraza could replace that offense with far superior defense. So, and again, I don't know if they're willing, but I would move Gleyber to, I mean, Volpe to second to replace Gleyber, and I would put Peraza at shortstop, where it's more of a symmetrical, more of a logical fit in terms of defense. But it is what it is, right? And we'll see if they actually do that. And but now I'm at the point like, even though Josh Johnson hit that monster home run at the stadium towards the end of the game, but like if these guys get to a point where they're sucking for a while, and if Rizzo, if Rizzo's not all there, if he's not healthy in his neck yet, he's not recovered yet from that collision with Tatis, just put him on the IL and call up Andres Chaparro, please, please, put him healthy and productive bat and let Rizzo heal. Okay, we don't need him here if he's not healthy. He's no good if it's no good to us if he's not healthy. Okay, and the same thing goes with like Josh Donaldson. Like if he starts to slump for a while, I would DFA him and what do you call and bring up Peraza there. If Chaparro and Peraza play the corners or whatever, I'd much rather love Peraza at short and play DJ at third. I'm fine with that too. But I think both of those guys have earned a shot to get up here. So, Alex, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate. There's a lot of good channels out there. Don't get me wrong. And but like, it's. But you make good points because that's why I like you folks too. Like I like doing this stuff with you folks. You folks make great points. Okay, the defense has been atrocious, right? It's been atrocious. But Rizzo, yeah, if Rizzo's not 100% or not even close, just put him on the IL. Let him get better and get Chaparro up here. Get a younger, a more hungry, exciting bat while the other guys start to come back gradually. So, but the good news I've heard earlier, I don't know if you heard it, but I put out a short on it. But Carlos Rodon's starting his rehab Tuesday. He's pitching Double A Somerset on Tuesday, so he's starting now games. And Ian Hamilton starts his rehab Sunday. So, two exciting pieces of news. Judge got a second cortisone shot. Was it yesterday or today? And because he's having some ligament pain elsewhere. So again, I'm sticking with that 4 to 6 week minimum for him. I don't think he's going to be, back, in the next week or two. I highly doubt it. So I don't think there's any way we could get. I mean, if they had traded somebody like Nestor Cortez and added somebody to the Twins, maybe they could have gotten a rise now. But now he's with the Marlins. I can't see the Marlins giving him up. I can't see it. So tomorrow I have 5 Yankee blockbuster trades is my video tomorrow morning. So I hope you enjoy it. I will let me know what you think. And we'll call, and there's one of the trades is with Miami. Okay. And I want to know what y'all think about that one. So David McCutcheon, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate all the generosity. Yeah, I mean, about time crossroads. Exactly, Michelle. Rodon coming back can help soften the blow of us losing Nestor Cortez for an extended period of time, for Luis Severino not pitching that great, or Domingo Germán not pitching great. So we need another guy up there with Cole. We do. We really, really. And his velocity is already up to 96. When he throws heat from the left-handed side that's high with 96, he strikes a lot of dudes out. So I am, so I would disagree with this one, Emilio. Well, that Rodon's not going to help the team. Clean. When you say clean house, who would you clean out, Emilio? I'm just out of curiosity. Have Stanton. Where did that go? Switch places with the yeah, Scranton. Yeah, exactly, man. Or even Somerset, because that team is ridiculous, man. So, but there are guys that are worth calling up now, and it just you got to do it at some point to put a jolt of energy in this team, especially with the trade deadline almost 2 months away. And the Yankees generally don't strike until up to the trade deadline or at the trade deadline, which is why I think they should strike early, because I do think there's a couple of teams in the AL East, like the Orioles and the Blue Jays, might strike early and be proactive about this to try to put themselves ahead of the Yankees and keep them down there. So if I'm the Yankees, I'm going to be proactive and try to make some early moves and not wait until the end. They have capital to give up. Just do it. If you want to get up there, you're gonna have to make some moves that you might not want to make. Period. Texas, thank you so much. I appreciate that. The king of Texas, right there. King of Texas, man. The Yankees don't start playing well. I mean, yeah. trades when they well exactly. I mean, if you've seen a lot of my trades too, a lot of my trades have players with years of control coming back here. Like if I'm trading Torres, it can be for controllable relievers or a combination of starter and reliever. I'm going to trade somebody like Severino. I want maybe an outfielder in return to address those needs that the Yankees have because we still don't have a reliable left fielder yet. We just don't. So yeah, and Billy, it's a good point too. They don't need to be in first place right now. Exactly. The season doesn't end in June. Okay. Striking distance, and if they have they make a couple of good trades and go on a good run, anything can happen. This is a great point, Billy. It's a great point. We have a lot of dudes that need to come back still. Johnny Loizaga won't be back until probably September. We got Rodon coming back, Nestor coming back. We have a lot of dudes coming back. Vader, Judge. So it'll be different when some of these guys, and they've shown already earlier, about a month ago, that how well they can play when they're healthy or when they're healthier. So I think they can get back to that, and they'll be even deeper next time. So, but it's great, Billy, great point. Joe, my consigliere. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that too. Send trades to Huckleberry. He only buys NFC. Yeah. Ah, man. I'll give him this because he never really says anything. But he said that they might not wait until the deadline to make moves. How? And he said that they want the big players here. So that's just one reason why I put out a video earlier. Does that mean he's going to try to make a big move? When he speaks like that, which he doesn't do very often, does that mean he's going to make a big? They did say they were going to make another big move, right? So will that be it? Is a Soto or an Ohtani move? And I got a lot of opinions on that too. So a lot of feedback. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. And a lot of good feedback. And people, I got probably about a 50-50 balance of people who prefer Soto or prefer Ohtani. So, but it does suck to lose in Boston. It does suck to lose in Boston. I mean, when you have bad offense and defense, you got there. And it was a very sloppy game, Aiden. Yep. 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 I hope not, Luis G being last soon. I hope not, man. I hope you're wrong on that one. So, Rodon, I think Rodon's gonna be a significant help. So, I'm with you there, Brandon. So, Cone for Boone, interesting. Udall, interesting. I know a lot of people say they don't think the Yankees they can win with Boone as manager. When people say win, you talk about the World Series. I mean, World Series. Is that what is everybody's version of winning is? Just out of curiosity. You're talking about the World Series, right? Win the World Series. Jeter for Cashman. I don't think Jeter has any interest in coaching or managing. It's be curious who they would consider. And even Hal said too, even if they don't make the playoffs, no guarantee he's going to fire Cashman or Boone. Hal did say that too. So you don't really know. I've heard O'Neill for hitting coach too. Tonight. I hope today's a wake-up call too. Yeah, he probably will say that, Steels. He probably will. It was a competitive game. We had some. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a competitive game. So I mean, you might as well just admit that, Boone. So like, is that Tats? What's up, Tats? What's up, my man? What is good? And Tats is in the house. Ugly game. It was ugly as can be, man. It was like Medusa ugly. And I'm going there, Medusa. Let's go. Well, this is another one too, Texas. Yeah. Sabian for Jim. I heard some of that too. Get younger and not burn the judge years. So that's a great point too, Texas. Absolutely fantastic point. So, and yeah, I mean, got to take advantage of it. We also need Judge not to burn the judge years too. We need him to come back healthy too. So, you know what I mean? Montez is making money without, yeah. Unfortunately, you would think so, Yuta, right? I mean, but baseball, everything's 100% guaranteed. Now, it doesn't mean that the Yankees are paying it. The insurance could be paying it, and the Yankees might not be paying it out of their own finances, but he still gets his salary no matter what. So, am I surprised? Yes, I am surprised. And this is the thing. There's no guarantee. Just like the Mets, no guarantee. They're even worse. I mean, with the Yankees playing so frustrating, there's still 8 games over 500, which is crazy. The Cardinals are like awful. The Mets brutal. Like, what? Gleyber to the Pirates for Brian. Well, they extended Brian Reynolds. And I don't think Gleyber would be enough for Brian Reynolds. I like what you're thinking, Mike. I like what you're thinking. I really do. When is it? Montez is expected to be back August, September, Billy. August, September. So I think they have the pieces for Soto, Jonathan. I do, but um, I do. Especially now that the Padres are in a little bit of a precarious financial spot. I think the Yankees. I mean, if I'm going to go for Soto or Ohtani, I'm going for Soto. Okay, like Ohtani. Ohtani's probably got a higher offensive ceiling, but again, you know, I would go after Soto. That 4 or 5 year difference in age is a huge difference to me. To me. So, yeah, well, exactly. That's a good point too, Tats. He's employed until he decides to leave. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. Like I mean, players need to be held accountable too, Luis. Right? Everything can't just fall on Boone. They can't fall on Cashman. It's got to fall on players as well. That's their job. So, um, well, that's too, Billy. Exactly. Position where it doesn't. Yes, because you don't want to come in and suck as a manager, and like that'll just tarnish your legend status. It definitely will. You know. Oh, exactly. So, not a wake up call, but a wake the f up call. Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. It's. I think I don't know what Sabian and I are doing. I know they're prepping for the draft, which is coming up shortly. So that'll probably be their first unleashing. Behind the scenes, we just don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. Play for players have heart. Yeah, not exactly. Yeah. I've been saying Trey Torres, and I got a lot of shit this year when he was hitting 400 after 2 weeks in the season, which means absolutely nothing. But I got pounded for it. But this happens. This is Torres. He's up and down, up and down, up and down. So unfortunately, yeah, Angelo. I mean, Soto long term, Otani 5 years. I mean, if you can get Otani for 5 years, then you know you go for Otani for 5 years. So, uh, yeah, not enough. Yudo, you mean talking about for Soto, or what are you referring to in specifically, Yudo? Uh, or you say, do you mean Sabian and Minaya not doing enough? Because I mean, that's true too. So, yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Exactly. I want to see this year's trade line before grading those guys. I think it's unfair to grade them without that stuff. The draft and the trade deadline. That both. What's up, NFE? It's good, man. Oh, it's brutal, brutal. Maybe they need an ass kicking like this to have a wake up call. So, well, this is the thing too. But and the other thing too, like they're both elite, no doubt about it. But like, let's just say you sign both of these guys to a 10-year deal, right? With Soto, it takes you from basically 25 to 35. With Ohtani, 30 to 40. Every year of his contract, his new contract is going to be on the wrong side of 30. That frightens the hell out of me. And again, as a two-way player, let's just say he has to get surgery, Tommy John or shoulder or whatever it is. He can't do either. He can't DH or pitch, so you don't get him at all. So you're basically down in two positions, which kind of stinks. So, but I'll take the youth. And again, Ohtani, you could put. I would put him at second if I were him. Move Judge to third, and he's an on base percentage machine, and he has contact and power, but he draws walks like you won't believe. And that's an important thing. How often we talk about we need guys to get on base with guys Judge and some power guys to drive them in. Well, this is exactly what Soto does. He hits for power too and all that stuff, but I take Soto. I think he'd be a better fit here. And Otani's already shown that he doesn't want to be on the East Coast, so that's the other thing I worry about too. But there's any way you can get Soto, it'll cost you a boatload, yeah, but you got to consider it. Sevy and Torres for Walker Buehler. That's an interesting one, Mark. Interesting, Mark. Very interesting. How many years does Walker Buehler have left on his contract? He's got a couple arbitration years, right? How many rounds on MLB draft? 20. Lorenzo, it's 20 now. It used to be longer than that, but now it's 20. I remember Paul Contra, yeah. Oh. burnt him out close. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, and a lot of these relievers now are at the point of matching some of the last year's capacity or getting to the point where they're going to burn out, which is one reason I propose trades that include relievers and starters, and then converting some of the current starters to long relief, like a Clark Schmidt at some point or whatnot. So you have some of those guys in the middle that you can bridge the long starters with the short starters, and that way you're not having to use 8 relievers a game. You can cut that in half. So, and if you can get 5 innings out of a starter and get some of those guys to throw 2, 3 innings, you're already in the 7th to 8th inning rather than having, like the Yankees today were in the 4th or 5th inning. They went 4 pitchers in already, which is crazy. So it's crazy, man. Gotta get it in, anything, man. Training, teaching, it's all good, baby. It's all good. It's probably gonna be 3 or 4. Yeah, it would be, but I don't think he's gonna get moved now. So I think he would have solved a lot of problems for the Yankees, which is why I was pushing for him so hard. But I moved Bader for Soto. No, I would personally keep Bader in center and put Soto in left. I like both. I think you can extend Bader for not a haul. I don't think it'll cost a boatload. So I would keep both. But again, I know there's concerns about Bader getting hurt and this and that, though. So I get it. I totally get it. So yes, we are. Reckon that's what we do as Yankee fans, man. We play mock. We play GM all the time, manager all the time. So, and that's one of the things that make this fan community so great. It really is. We may not always agree on stuff, and that's totally okay. But like, they're dialed into the Yankees, and that, I mean, there's nothing better. Really, nothing better. So much better than being a fan of any other team, in my opinion. We're gonna have Soto over Ohtani. I have a feeling be a two-way player. Goes and break the yeah. And actually, again, on the wrong side of 30, we just don't know when that two-way player is going to break down, and does it break down both sides? And at some point, does he become a full-time DH and not no pitch anymore? So like, we don't know. We don't know. Gary, man, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you. You're the man, man. Appreciate that. Torres and Brito for Giolito and Crochet/Bummer. Yeah, I mean, if you could swing that, yeah, I would take Crochet or Bummer. Crochet would be nice because he's 23, and Giolito's gonna be a free agent. I would do that trade, Sean. Yeah, I like that trade. I like that. Yeah, it was a rough debut, but again, he had some bad. There was a couple of bad defensive plays, and one bad outing doesn't mean he's bad, Andrea. But it was a brutal debut. It was a brutal debut. The money's gonna be paid in 5 years to be someone who's been pitching and do. Yeah, I mean, that's my fear too. You're paying him $50 million a year at 36 years old. Oof, that's gonna be rough. I do think Ohtani would make more because of the fact it's two-way. But like, let's just say you get Ohtani for 450. Ohtani's gonna be at least 5, I think. So, and even though the Yankees have boatloads of money coming off the books, sort of would solve that outfield problem for them for the next decade. So, which would be nice. And you have him and Judge playing the corners, and you just get whether it's Vader or whoever else. You have Dominguez coming. You have Spencer Jones. Like, you got a lot of dudes that you can plug in there that can offset their expensive contracts with a cheap controllable player in center. So yeah, Bader has been getting hurt too much. So we do. You're right about that, Luis. We need players to play. Yes, indeed. But and if he's on it too, right? We need pitchers and bats. Okay. And again, when pitchers don't perform, we need the bats to hold up. When bats don't perform, we need the pitching to hold up. Right now, a lot of them are faltering, unfortunately. So which sucks. Which sucks. Yankees still have enough time, Ollie. Yeah, it's the season's not over. It's June. I mean, we're halfway through June, so it's not over. Sure against and then Rodon Judge. One of the things I would have done right. Well, I mean, that's one reason why they signed a lot of outfielders to minor league deals. They showed the importance of getting a lot of depth in minor league deals. And these guys like Calhoun and Bowers and some of these other guys, Billy McKinney, all minor league deals. So, but it's really hard to replace Judge's production with a backup guy that good. So it's again like, and people saying Benintendi, he didn't want to come back. So Cody Bellinger, but maybe he might be tradable. But again, How else we're going to back up Judge without those kind of like? Who else would you brought in, Randall? Because the goal is for Judge to play full time, right? For the most part, and Rodon to the same capacity. But like, I would have brought in another starter. Yeah, that's why I would bring in 2 starting pitchers this offseason. 2. So Montez, I mean, I'm hearing September, but you might be right. It might be spring training again. He's done after this year with the Yankees. He's a free agent, so and they'll say they won't have him on the books. Lefty bat they can get. Yeah, well, that's Soto accomplishes that, right? Brian Reynolds would have accomplished that. So, man, if you can get Vader for 3 years or even 4 years, I would be all over it. All over it. No walk off grand. So I remember that game. I saw that. I covered that one live last year. Yeah, he hit that laser beam wink. Stanton talking about right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got to stand and get blocked from players who want to be here and repeat ourselves all the time. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Angelo, best trades for the Yankees: Ohtani, Soto, Bellinger, Giolito. It's right around there, Angelo. I mean, you can get yeah. I mean, those are good names to be going after. And a pitcher coming up will get lit up. Yeah, and it was a bad situation. Guys on base. I mean, infield botched one pitch. He got 2 outs pretty quickly, but then it just fell apart, unfortunately. So, but I do think that yeah, they spoiled his debut. But if he's good, he'll come back and strong. He'll come back strong. So we need to give them an opportunity. We need him to give him an opportunity to see if he can do that. So at the very least, they could do. So I put him in a couple more games, maybe this week. So invest 92L. Not a good chance for me. Dude, we got a lot of questionable weather over here, Anthony, on the East Coast. Yeah. No, they lost, Anthony. They lost. Yeah. I wouldn't agree with they're done, but they're not making a good case for staying with it, and they have to hold it together while Judge until Judge comes back. They really do, and Bader. So Judge not coming back from. Yeah, and I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. Treat him like he's the savior either. We need more than Judge. So, but it does obviously hurt not having him. There's no doubt about it. So, yeah, we got our ass kicked by Boston, but tomorrow's another day. Can't blame Judge for running through a wall. Well, this is true. We can't blame Cashman for that either. Like a lot of folks are holding Cashman, but Judge ran through a wall. He got hurt. That's not Cashman's fault. I mean, like Rodon also got a clean bill of health from the doctors on both sides, and can't blame Cashman for that either. So it's just, but I mean, I know it's easy to blame Cashman, but again, like so many situations where it doesn't really make sense to blame him. Got to hold the bats accountable. They're not doing anything really. No. I think Soto can handle it easier than Brian Reynolds wink. So I think Soto's, he's money in the playoffs too. Money in the playoffs. But I think Soto will be good in New York. Yes, they do. And if he definitely get paid to make these plays, yeah, that's right. That's right, Texas. If you can move Stanton to the Dodgers and eat some of that money, and they're gonna have to eat some of that money to move him. So I mean, Dodgers just put Max Muncy on the IL too, so another bat. I don't know if he'd be okay with it, but again, he's shown a willingness to move to the Dodgers before. But I mean, obviously, you move him, and then you better have somebody, close to coming here as well. Somebody like Soto. So, but Stanton would be very hard to trade. And the Yankees would have to eat probably half his contract. I'm back on so many questions mark between it. Well, the other thing too that not everybody wants to come to New York, Randall, and I think it's an important. I pointed this out on occasion here too that not everybody wants the Yankees money, not everybody wants the environment. So it's a tough environment. Fans, I mean, they'll come after you. They let you know what's up. So that's the thing. And it's crazy. I mean, these dumpster deals. I mean, look who's producing the most. IKF. Some of these guys on minor league deals, they're producing more than almost anybody, which is crazy, Randall, isn't it? It's crazy. Hmm. Yeah, that gate. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, the Dodgers acknowledged it and they're fixing the gate. So, you know what I mean? Uh, I don't know if they're purposely kicking themselves in the cock, but they're reeling right now that a lot of key players are hurt. So, you know, if they play 500, right, yeah, 500, yeah. The AL East. I mean, you could be a 500 team and still be in last place in the AL East, right? So, and I mean, obviously, if they play that bad, I think guys will get booted. Management, somebody will get booted. That happens. So, I think there should be sellers and buyers, Alan. Like you can sell Torres, you can sell Severino, maybe a bullpen guy here and there, something like that. But like they don't have enough. Like when they sold off Andrew Miller and Aroldis Chapman and like Brian McCann and Carlos Beltran, they don't have the level of sell off like they do now, like they did before. So, but there's some guys that which I think you could flip guys and turn. You could be buyers and sellers here at the deadline, in my opinion. But let me know what you're thinking of. Yeah, McKinney and Bowers. Yeah, yeah. When's Donaldson DFA? I don't know. If he keeps hitting the way he did, then it's gonna be hard to DFA him. He's trying to, he's definitely trying to make it hard for the Yankees to DFA him. But again, it's gonna cost more. It's gonna take more than a couple home runs for them to keep you. But again, you know, if they do, I think it'll be a smart move as long as they call up a Chaparro or an Oswald Peraza. So I remember Andy Hawkins, Udall. Mm-hmm. I remember Hawkins, man. Former Yankees who replaced Boone's manager. Mattingly's with the Blue Jays. Girardi is in the booth now. David Cohn maybe, but Mattingly got fired from the Blue Jays. Girardi got fired from the Phillies. So I don't know if those two will come back. I don't know. You know what I think it would cost the Yankees to trade for Bellinger? A couple of prospects. He's not back to his MVP self, so it wouldn't cost as much as some people think he might. So and so I mean it's worth looking at. Nothing, no reason you can't. If they want to address left field, they're gonna have to. Hmm. And obviously, I mean, they don't. I don't think they have faith or trust certain players. So I think um, it's the way that it is. Yeah. No, don't worry about language, dude. Don't worry about language, dude. As long as you're not talking about that other thing, then you'll be all right, dude. The Red Sox have our number now. At least, well, tonight they did. That's for sure. No, I'm sorry, not from the Blue Jays. They got fire from the Marlins. He's a Blue Jays coach. Girardi got fired from the Phillies. So thank you for that correction, Chanel. He's with the Blue Jays. He's their bench coach, Mattingly. So yeah, man, the Rodon news excites me. I would love to get Soto too, man. I really would. Bellinger, maybe. But we need more than Bellinger too. But it might be a start. Would I take Soto over Bellinger? Every day of the week. But obviously it's gonna cost a lot more. So they need hitting and pitching, Alan. You're 100% right. My question is, what would you folks give up for Cody Bellinger? What would you folks give up? Hmm. And you got that right, man. Yeah. Hey, Tats, you still on, bud? Are you still on, Tats? Uncle Tats. Uh yeah, they need a lot, the Yankees. I mean, and again, it's when it rains, it pours with the Yankees, right? It's either everybody's healthy and rolling, or a lot of people are just off, and it makes the Yankees awful. Like so, it's a combination of just you know. I'm surprised that they're 8 games over 500. So the baseball that they've been playing recently, I really am. They're lucky. They really are lucky. So yeah, I would have given Torres an RBI. I mean, an error too. I don't know how they gave that guy a hit. So Tats, I sent out a message earlier for you, Steels and Hector. Yeah, if just seeing if you guys are around tomorrow, and The Yankees might get rained out if you want to do that video we were planning before, a live stream, talk about all the trade craziness, what's going on in Yankee land. Like, I'd love to have you guys on. So, I mean, afternoon time, whatever works for you. We'll figure out the time that works. But I still want to do that with you guys. But I have San Diego eat some of Soto's contract. I would not Texas. If they eat some of his contract, we're gonna have to get more prospects. He's on like an arbitration deal, so he doesn't make a lot of money. So I would not have San Diego eat any of it. So talking Peraza and Torres, several more prospects. I think they might be able to get him without Peraza, Randall. Well, catcher, get Ben Workman at AAA. Just call him up and then promote Austin Wells to AAA while Ben Workman's up here in the majors. And you can even move Higashioka. So that you don't really need another catcher in the Yankees. They have guys here. So Wink is I don't know why they do that, right? I don't know why. Making bad teams look good and making bad pitchers look really good. So Yankees have a penchant for that. I don't know why. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I think they because again they have Manny Machado at third. They have Alexander Bogarts at short. I don't know who's their second baseman. Maybe Jake Cronenworth. So I don't really need Oswald Peraza. So watch Spider Man, man. Watch Spider Man, Sunil. Enjoy that, man. All right, sounds good, Tats. Just text me more whenever you can, bro. And we'll make it work. We can do it tomorrow night if you guys want to, but afternoon is fine too. Whatever works for everybody, I'll make it happen. So, no, looking for you, North Carolina. We don't have tornadoes though, so or very rarely do we have tornadoes, at least in New York on the East Coast. Thankfully. Imagine all these trades panned out. No, that's sorry. No hesitation, no heart, no courage, no ball. Yeah, can you imagine that? You know. Yeah, this is a tough one to look at, Julieta. You ain't wrong about that. It's a tough Yankee team to watch. You know, Austin Wells. Yankee Padres have some pretty good pitching depth. I would add Higashioka to that trade. Oh, they have their Austin Nola, who's their starter, not that great, but then they have Luis Campusano, who's the number 2 prospect on their farm. He was the number 10 prospect in all of baseball, coming back from a thumb injury. So I don't think they would need Austin Wells because they're not going to want to block Campusano. So if you want Austin Wells, you got to give us back Campusano. So, and I would not give up Peraza in that trade. Again, they don't need him. So yeah, you guys have monster. I saw the footage of it. Damn, Texas. Be careful out there. That's crazy. Trade Wells. Yeah, I mean, unless I'm getting a young, controllable starter. Yeah. Florida. I mean, all it down. I mean, South, man. You guys get pounded with crazy storms. Power outages, Texas. Like, it's crazy. You guys get pounded with this stuff. Oh, I know. Believe me, Tats, I know. I mean, Sunday being Father's Day. By the way, happy early Father's Day to all the dads in here. You two, Tats. I need to make sure that my wife doesn't have anything surprise either. So, who knows? Who knows? But I get you, Tats. I totally get you. We'll make it work one way or the other. I think the Yankees could overcome it too. And again, they're in a rough spot right now. They have a lot of firepower and a lot of hurting on the IL, and they're not playing and they're not helping the team. So, which is crazy. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's rain everywhere, right? And it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. No team wants to hit a batting 180. Yeah, he could back up there. He could back up their Austin Nola over there. Until Campusano comes back. So, happy birthday to Cat. Happy birthday to the Cat. Saturday night live stream? Probably not. I have to leave that open in case the Yankees play. But we'll see. I want to get because I've been working on trying to get a live stream with the Chronicles and Morning Brew, the boys from Morning Brew, trying to put this together. So, and it'll be a really good live stream. So, I'm trying to make that done because I know we're going to do a members, non-members live stream again too. So, But I don't worry. I'll get another one set up, Jonathan. Text. Yeah, I mean, I got three of them and the wife. I'm the bottom of the totem pole. I mean, I think I'm between the girls, the cats we have, and then me on the bottom. But yeah, they say jump, we say oh hi. Yep. I'm just there to keep them all safe, feed them, and pay for shit. So, which my wife does too. So, well, you know what I mean? Uh, Yankees, yeah, very enigma, and Davey, big time enigma. Now that's gonna happen too, Davey. Though, like Houston Astros got destroyed like this year. Other teams have gotten pounded too, so that's gonna happen, unfortunately. So, I don't know, like you guys have some good movie plans tomorrow. If your game gets rained out, good. Enjoy those movies. Udall, Mazel Tov, my friend. Always a pleasure to have you on. Regards to your family too, Udall. Be best. I'll wrap it up in a few minutes too. Yes, and again, echoing this too, just like Sunil. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, granddads, uncles who are dads, like just all of you. Happy Father's Day. Really. Yeah, the extraction too. You want to see something? Uh, I'll show you something. Who's this? What the guy? What's the guy's name? Um, Chris Hemsworth, right? I took my sister, who's in love with Chris Hemsworth. And not Beth Hemsworth. My sister, back in the day, she's in love with him. I took her to meet him, and I'll show you the photo. Guy's super cool, down to earth. I took my sister to meet him. Was it Comic Con? Yeah, I think it was Comic Con. Here, where is he? There he is. That's my sister, me, Chris Hemsworth. It's the man right there. Yeah, I liked Extraction One. I really liked that movie. Watch some Muay Thai fights, nice. Gotta support your crew, NFE. You gotta support them. I love it. I love it, dude. Yankees unless they have MLB extra innings package. Yeah, that I must say is worth it to get. It is a pain in the ass to not be able to see like 30% of your games because of not having every membership possible. So yeah, Belmore, Long Island, Belmore. I have a buddy Alex who co-owns the Belmore Striders running store, and out on Long Island. Same to you, Randall. Man, I appreciate that, my friend. Happy Father's Day to you as well. If you're a dad, and it's my pleasure to do this stuff. So my pleasure. Thank you. Yes, it is, Udo. I met him, and I met the Anthony Mackie in that same one. It's part of the Avengers, right? Is it the Avengers? Yeah. Yeah, Billy. Yeah, I feel the pain, man. We are on the bottom. Just it's everything, and then we're on the bottom here. You know what I mean? So I'm right with you there, Billy. I appreciate that, Anthony. And same. Happy Father's Day to your dad, man. And yeah, I appreciate you, Anthony. Keep doing what you're doing, my man. Yeah, but yeah, I meeting him was pretty cool. It's really cool when you meet celebrities and they're all down to earth. There's a couple of celebrities that I've met over the years that have not been down to earth. So, and that's a disappointment. So I like there's a couple that are not really nice. Alex, man, same to you, buddy. And like, let's see. So my mom used to work in the entertainment industry. My dad worked at the United Nations, and met a lot of folks. Been lucky enough to meet. This is that is right. It's me and Lennox Lewis, former champ. I met him at opening of Jersey Boys Broadway show, and I met like the cast of Sopranos there, Frankie Valli, and then at the party, Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci were at the party. I didn't meet those guys, but I saw them. But I met Lennox Lewis at the party. That was dope. Lennox Lewis was really cool, really cool. And I think yes, they do, man. You, if you have any, obviously, man, your dads, all your dads, and everybody, man. Yeah. No, dude. I mean, I'm excited. Extraction 2, I would love to see. I really would. Um, that's kind of the next movie I think I'd like to see. And I'm trying to think of who else I got here. Well, here's Anthony Mackie at that Comic Con. For those of you who don't know him, he's the guy in Eminem in 8 Mile with Eminem and the movie Man on a Ledge, and I think it's the Avengers. This guy was super cool, man. Super down to earth. Like one of the nicest people I met. Remember this guy? You ever seen Revenge of the Nerds? Booger. It's Booger. And then you got Ogre. This guy was so down to earth, Ogre. For those that like wrestling, I mean, Ric Flair. Nature Boy, baby. Nature Boy, baby. Uh, Netflix. I do have Netflix. And so Neil, it's something to enjoy, man. My mom told me about something today. It's a 3-part series on Arnold Schwarzenegger that she loved. So I got to see that. I think I'm gonna watch that this weekend. No, I am kind of young, man. Yeah, I'm not that old, dude. Who else do I have here? And obviously the celebrities that I've been lucky enough to take pictures with have been older than me for the most part. Um, try to see if I have anything else in here for you. I have a lot of pictures and a lot of real stuff too, like in books and albums and on stored in database. I'm just trying to see if I have any. What's the name? Kate Beckinsale. That's from what was she in? One of the vampire movies, and she was in Pearl Harbor, and she was nice too. Really nice. Long Island '92. Yeah, man. I've got family in Nassau County, Alex. Used to be West Hempstead. Now it's was it? Let's see, Massapequa. Uh, I think Wantagh. Uh, there's a couple other spots in Nassau County, but yeah, so now Booger, man. Booger, baby. Booger was in rescue business. That's right. That's right. That's right. True, Julie. Um, Billy Martin. Oh God, Billy Martin. Yeah, Billy Martin was that dude had fire. I loved when he got in Reggie Jackson's face. That was entertaining. Really entertaining. So Spoon is too zen for that. Too zen for that. So so Rose, if you haven't heard the news, but he got a second PRP shot today. It was today or yesterday because another ligament was bothering him. So it's going to be a while before Judge gets back. So if I'm them, I would try to trade for a bat now to try to help boost this offense. I would not wait until the end of the trade deadline. I would not. Are you seen it, Joe? See, I heard my mom said it was really good. The Arnold show. Texas. Dave, you see, you watching it too frequent. See, I love it. Yeah, I hope so too, Alex. Man, again, happy Father's Day, brother. It's good to have you on. I'm gonna wrap it up in like 2 minutes. So, did I meet Point Dexter? No, I did not. I did not meet Point Dexter. Who else do I have here? So this is Kane Hodder. For those that don't know it, Kane Hodder, who's Jason from Friday the 13th. I'm off my feet there. He's actually lifted me up off the ground. This is Tyler Maine, and look how big he is. This is Michael Myers from Rob Zombie Halloween. It's like 7 feet tall. Remember Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street? Nancy, it's my Halloween jersey. This is CJ Graham, who's Jason from Part 6, for those that watch Friday the 13th. You got a lot of these. I meet a whole lot of these people. I've been really lucky to meet some folks. So, Merrick, Long Island, Juliet. Atlantic student, Sugar Ray Atlanta, come out. Nice. Revenge of the Nerd, dude. Revenge of the Nerd is one of the, like, I have a top 10 of all time, like, favorite movies. Revenge of the Nerd is one of them. Did I meet George from Bond? No, not yet, Sean. I've not. The Nerd band released more. It's true. Yeah. Let me see if I got anybody else here. Remember him? Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. It's me coming out of work. What else do I got? Jamie Kennedy from Scream and from Boiler Room. Uh, this is if you don't watch Halloween, the niece Jamie, like Halloween 4 and blah blah blah. Her Danielle Harris. Um, oh, this was one of the best ever. Gary Busey. He was drunk when I met him. He was drunk. And Danny Glover. They had a Predator 2 reunion at one of these conventions. It was awesome. Hudson was an odd, yeah. He's really cool, really cool. You talk about the show Oz, right? I love the show Oz. I used to play softball with J.K. Simmons, who was the leader of that skinhead group. I forgot his name. Salinger. I used to play softball with him in the Broadway Shore Softball League. He was on my team. You know, Keith Jackson yelled, "Nice." I saw something like that, right, Davey? Bruce Lee roasted, but Bolo was one of Bruce Lee's students, and he died during the filming event of the Dragon. Grew up in Brooklyn, but now live in Long Island at Comac. Comac, all right, man. My oldest daughter's name is Brooklyn Tats. My number 5-year-old name is Brooklyn. Nah, Comac, all right, man. That is Comac, Nassau County or Suffolk County? My wife went to Stony Brook. In Suffolk County. Jaws. Oh, he's not alive. See, the same guy was in a Tango and Cash too. Yeah, Gary was. Yeah, he was drunk all the time. Gary, that's crazy, man. I played softball with Schillinger. Yeah, J.K. Simmons, nice guy, man. Law and Order, love of the game. Check out the movie, The Accountant with Ben Affleck. He's in that. He's really good in that. Really good in The Accountant. High School in Dix Hills. All right, man. Happy Gilmore. Who was in Happy Gilmore? Who are you talking about, Happy Gilmore? Marine Park. Nice. Blackberry. Nice. Pinch nuts. Nice tats. Dix Hill. We need a bug. Oh. Texas. Classic movie. One of the greatest of all time. Oh, Busey, I mean, I'm telling you, man. He. Yeah. Oh, Jaws from Happy Gilmore. That guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's Jaws. There's another guy in Tango and Cash who also named Jaws because he fractured his jaw. You can see he's got this huge jaw. And there's another guy. But that guy, he was also in the original Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds. So I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's. Yeah. Now I say. East Islip High School. Nice. Lepar, East Islip. We got a lot of Long Island crew up in here. Nice, man. Marine Park. Represent New York, man. I'm New York City myself, but I got a lot of family in Long Island. Love it. Love it. Love it. Taking a trip down memory lane, gang. Talked about baseball. Now taking a trip down memory lane is a little therapeutic. Maybe we'll finish on a good note, right? Because I know a lot of us are frustrated about this game today. That's for damn sure. New Hyde Park. Cold War spy movies. Oh, Anthony Edwards, another guy. Good. I like him. Try to get my crew. How are you gonna do that, Anthony? My crew to send you back to New York? How are you gonna do that? Let's see. I like Anthony Edwards. Good. Do you remember this guy? Anybody know what that is? That's Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. Ah, that's he was in Friday the 13th, Part 7. Tats. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. I will wrap it up in a second too. I'm telling you, NFE man. I'm telling you, hitting people and getting choked. There is nothing. Yeah, getting choked sucks. Yeah, especially if they wrap you up under a good rear naked or a guillotine and they kind of pull back. Oh, they suck, NFE. So I'm not a fan. If I get choked, it's usually by bigger guys. But you know, but it's it's part of the training, right? It's part of it. You gotta know what it feels like, so you can apply it and then learn to keep them close to you and learn to wrap your legs around them and pivot. Like so many things, stand up for you. I love it. But let me wrap this up, gang. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate it. Again, tomorrow's another day. Let's yeah, they got their ass kicked today. There's no denying that. So, but I'm hoping that Tats can and come on with Steels and Hector tomorrow. Would be fantastic. Hopefully, we can do this. And happy Father's Day to all the dads if I don't speak to you tomorrow. Peace and love to you. Over and out.